anytime I come across an engagement video or a wedding video, something dies inside of me. Because why are you getting married to that man? What does he have? What did he do to deserve you? Why are you with him? Why? Why is he there? I hate heteronormal activity. I'm heterophobic. I hate heteros.
Let me get this straight. I think a lot of people have different definitions as regards to what feminism is. I think people have a different mindset or a different definition of feminism in Nigeria. Okonjo Iweala, my role model, is a feminist. I am a feminist. The famous Chimamanda is a feminist. Now, these women I made mention of, they are happily married. When I mean happily married, you hardly hear news of scandals. You see these women, they are people, the world respects to date. A feminist is someone who, you know, believes that both genders have equal rights. You understand? And people need to understand that feminism does not mean you should hate the other gender. But notwithstanding, I am not judging this ladies. Truth is, I'm gonna be neutral in this situation and make people understand that one of the reasons these ladies are like this, when you meet people like this, you don't get angry and start cursing and all that. Truth is this: if you put yourself in their shoes, you never can tell what they have experienced and all that. And let me make you understand something. Ladies like this, because there are so many of them on this social media, on this planet, there's so many of them. Do you know that we have the male versions of this gender of we have the male versions of this kind of people on social media and everywhere. This, in fact, the male version of this kind of people, they are very heartless, and they are, as in, the male versions of this kind of people, they are heartless. I think I'm going to do part 2 of this video, but let me just give you reasons why you should not judge them. Do you know that the male versions of this kind of people, they codedly hurt women? The male versions of these ladies, codedly hurt women. They won't come out to let you know that they hate women. Theirs is that they hurt women. Now, the reason why I am not judging these ladies is because nobody understands why they turned out this way. What really happened? A lot of them have been essayed, molested, hurt severely, rejected. There are things that could make them act the way they are acting. So I don't expect anybody to judge them. Instead, I would advise, when you meet such ladies, my advice for anybody that is watching this, when you meet such ladies, or if you are their friend or you are following them, try and encourage them. What you should do if you are very close to such a person is look for ways to bring her close, show her love. If you are a male gender, you understand, try to make her understand that not every man, not every opposite gender will treat her the same way that person that really hurt her will treat her. I believe such a person, when she visits a therapist and she gets to meet somebody that genuinely loves her, trust me, that lady you are seeing there will change. She's going to change. Like, it's just something that you would not even believe. You understand? There are so many of them like that. The reason why they turn out that way is because something happened to them. Now, look at the aspect of this Ochanya. Do you know that, to me, I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody here, sorry if I'm doing that, even if Ochanya's sister should see this, I'm sorry. But I somehow believe that God had a reason why he decided to take Ochanya. Yes. Because let me tell you, if Ochanya if Ochanya had survived what happened to her, Ochanya would turn out to be a monster when she grows up. She would hate men with everything. So I believe God had a reason why he decided to take her back so that she can rest. Because let me tell you, a lot of ladies, a lot of guys you see, they have been through a lot. And that is why you are seeing them this way, sounding like this. So you don't judge them or start insulting them because you don't know what must have happened or transpired in their past. And that is why they are behaving this way. A lot of people you see have different ways they react to trauma. I remember years back, there's this famous, is it AOP? There's a presenter on Cool FM. He's very famous. I think he's retired now. We all know him. He's very, very famous. I remember the first time I saw him was at, like the first time I saw him one-on-one was at House on the Rock. That was 2011, was it? Forgotten, but it's long ago, years back. That was before I gained admission into university and all that. So I remember, when he came there as an MC and all that. Then all of a sudden, as in years later, you start hearing him insult so many pastors. The hate was so much. Then one day, there was this backlash he had with a minister, and he was really, really angry. And I could see what he was, saying on social media, on live stream. You would feel it if you're an empath, when you listen to him, you can feel that rage. Forget the fact that he's a celebrity. We are all humans. We all have feelings. So I remember I had to send him a message, and I was like, I sent him a lot of messages. And what I told him, you know, based on the fact that I also grew up in the church, you understand? I'm a church girl. Even to date, I'm still a church girl. But I know what it is like. There are things that happen in the church that if you are not careful, you might start to, you know, you might want to withdraw. There's some ridiculous things like, okay, look at what happened recently, Doris Ogala and the rest. There are some things you see that might want to shake your faith. And I messaged him, and the response I got from him, you would know, and you will feel it, that he knows. He, like, you can feel it, that he understands what I sent to him as a text. And he told me, he said, thanks sis, you understand. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because a lot of people, there are ways different people react to situations. So we don't need to start judging all these people. We need to look at the trauma. The only thing you just need to ask yourself, or you ask them, what really got you to the stage, to this level, you understand, of anger, you understand. And if you are close to them and you can help them get a therapist. They can seek a therapist, someone who can really talk to them, help them, you understand, you know. And if you love them, if you're attracted to them, reach out to them and make sure you are real, you are genuine, because so many of them, you see, what they need is just someone who genuinely cares and all that, especially this lady Agungwa and all that. So that is just that about that. And then fast forward back to years later, I got to realize that I think that was the time Ubad died. May he so rest in peace. I remember when this same presenter came out and he was talking about the past experience he had with all these ministers. That was when I now got to understand. I was like, oh, no wonder. Now I understand where you are coming from. So now these are the things that we need to understand. We don't need to judge all these people. We just need to make them understand that feminism is different. Their definition, the way they are taking it, is another level. Their own is just hatred. It's not love. Being a feminist does not mean that you should hate your other gender. That's just the thing. I'll do a part two actually.